Welcome, everyone. Today is day 20 of our 21-day journey together. And my name is Rishi, and I will be your MC for today. So for those of you who do not know me, I have been practicing Sahaja Yoga meditation for over 20 years as a child. And to be here today with you all on this fabulous journey that we'll embark on today, it's really a blessing for me. And I really look forward to, enjoying together, feeling that bliss and that peace as we go through this beautiful session. Now, before we begin the session, I'd like to remind everyone to please get our foot soak ready. So if you're not sure what exactly I mean, well, you can please look at the screen, and I'm sure you're all experts by now. So for foot soak, again, all you need is a foot soak tub. As you can see there, you can have a paper towel or a regular towel to wipe your feet after, and then have some salt with you. So when you fill your foot soak tub with water, you can put some salt, and then you can also have a fresh mug of fresh water to rinse your feet afterwards. So again, everyone, this is a friendly reminder to please get your foot soak ready, as we will be having a wonderful session today. So please get your foot soak ready. Now, since this is day 20 and we're completing the 21 days tomorrow, let's look at our upcoming schedule. So if you look at the screen again, you will notice that tomorrow is indeed the last day of our 21 days program. And then after that, we'll have a 1-week break. But don't go anywhere, because starting from next Monday, February the 15th, we'll have collective foot soak sessions and meditations every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Same time at 8:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and on the same Zoom link. And also don't go anywhere, because the 21 days also continues with a session 2, which is going even deeper into our spiritual journey. And that will begin starting from Sunday, February the 25th to April 11th on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays for 7 weeks. So this is technically not the end, but after this 21 days, there will be another going deeper session coming super soon. So stay tuned for that, and I'm very excited that hopefully you all can join that session as well. So if anyone is new tonight, I welcome you all as well. It's a pleasure to see new faces and new attendees joining. It's really, for everyone. And it doesn't matter if you've joined for the first time and have missed anything, because you can always review what we've covered in our past sessions on the website. So all our sessions are recorded. So again, if you've missed, let's say, day 10 or day 15, that's totally okay, because you can always go on our website and see all the recordings, which is fantastic. So also, another note for today is, if you have any questions, right, you can always send a message in the Zoom chat to the breakout room help. So if you're new today, right, you're not sure what's going on, then not to worry, right? At the end of today's program, please reach out to the breakout room help, which is, you can see that participant in the Zoom chat, reach out to them, and a Sahaja Yoga teacher will provide an introduction to Sahaja Yoga and answer any questions with you in a breakout room one-on-one. So again, you can either watch the recordings or at the end of today's session, you can have a one-on-one session in a breakout room. But to do that, don't forget to write to the breakout room help if you're new for the first time. Some more announcement before we begin today's session. So again, as I mentioned before in some sessions prior, we have a new feature, which is requesting a mentor, which is a fabulous opportunity to get to know a meditation teacher more closely, have that personal setting to ask more questions, share experiences and get to know each other. So if you want to request a mentor, please fill out the form in the Zoom chat. So the link will be posted there in the Zoom chat. Please fill out the form and just give us a few minutes as we match you to the correct mentor. So allow some time. This matching is based on your personality and other characteristics. So please fill out that link in the Zoom chat and you can get a mentor. Again, don't feel intimidated or afraid. We're all one big happy family, and a mentor is just like your friend. So there's nothing to worry about. It's all amazing. Also, please note that the course survey will be available for all of you to fill out at the end. And that will be posted at the end of today's session. So for those of you who have missed yesterday's session, yesterday was about going beyond the mind. And today, we will be talking about prolonging that state of thoughtless awareness. And in today's session, we'll have, again, two beautiful presenters that will take us through a guided meditation. We will also watch a video of Shri Mataji, who is the founder of Sahaja Yoga. And we'll also listen to some music. And then at the end, with the rest of my team, we'll have some nice question and answers and some great experiences that can be shared during that time. Now, something that is super unique about Sahaja Yoga is that Sahaja Yoga is free, which is beautiful because just like breathing your own air, Sahaja Yoga, it's like we can't charge you for your own energy. So we're all volunteers here, all the meditation teachers, we're all, taking our time because we've really felt that benefit, that joy, that peace, that love within, and we want to share it with all of you. So without further ado, I am super excited to introduce my team for today. And I would like to welcome Kristine and Andrei to please come forward. This is my team for today. I'm very, very honored to be here with both of you. I'd love to know more about yourselves and maybe a bit of, what you do other than teaching Sahaja Yoga meditation. So Kristine, if you'd like to start off first, that would be fantastic.
Hi, Rishi. Thank you so much. My name is Kristine, and I'm from the Boston area in Massachusetts, in the United States, New England area. And aside from getting every opportunity I can to talk about Sahaja Yoga, I work as an administrator at a small music school, community music school in Cambridge, Massachusetts. And I also, in addition to that, I play the flute and I teach flute at the music school. So that's what I do when I'm not doing Sahaja Yoga, mostly, along with a few dishes here and there.
Thank you. That's wonderful. Andrei, please.
Thank you, Rishi. It's just like you said, it's really great to be here with the two of you and all the other 200 friends. We're sharing the vibrational space with tonight. My name is Andrei. We started our life journey in Romania. Had a few hops along the way, and we currently live in the middle of Canada, in Regina, the capital of Saskatchewan. I am a pediatrician and I work in the baby intensive care. And I try to sort of let the dishwasher fulfill its duty as much as I possibly can on the side. I'm still learning that part. Back to you, Rishi.
Excellent. Thank you so much, both of you. I'm really, really excited to be here with you both, and I'm really happy to learn from you both today. So I'd like to pass the next segment of today's session off to Kristine, who will be, really taking us on a beautiful journey with a beautiful meditation.
Thank you, Rishi. I've been also very, very happy to be here and to talk about deepening and prolonging our thoughtless awareness experience and state of meditation. We had a wonderful session last night for those of you that were here about going beyond the mind, and learned so much, had very deep meditation, and learned so much about ways in which we can, I would use the words observe, witness, and notice without getting involved in the mind, the limitations of the mind, meaning our thoughts and anything that comes to us from the past or from the future. And tonight, what I'd like to talk about is two other aspects of the mind that will help us to understand and improve our ability to witness ourselves with a sense of humor and with compassion, with a loving but firm intention to go beyond these limitations of our mind. So these two items that I'm going to talk about tonight are the superego and the ego. And superego and ego are not quite the same as the psychologist or the psychiatric definition. They have a very specific meaning and a specific location in our subtle system. So at this point, actually, if we could bring up the slide of the subtle system, we're going to notice that we have the left channel, which is the blue channel, runs up the left side of the body and crosses at the sixth chakra and becomes a sort of a balloon-like structure on the right side of the head. So this is a situation where the left channel actually culminates on the right side of our head. And with the right side channel, the yellow channel, you can see runs up the right side of the body and culminates on the left side of the head. So on the right side of the head, we have what we refer to as the superego. And the superego is the repository of all of our memories, habits, our conditionings that come from our experiences from the past. And some of these may be useful, some of these conditionings may be benign, but in general, this area tends to get overloaded, and the balloon itself tends to expand and can potentially create problems for us if we don't know how to drain some of those conditionings and some of those habits and associations and patterns. If we don't know how to reduce that and drain those away, they can start to become an interference with our ability to be in meditation. On the left side of the head, the yellow balloon is the ego. And the ego is the repository of the results of our action, taking action in our lives, our activity, both mental and physical and analytical, and many of which may be necessary for daily life. But what tends to happen is that the need for recognition for our activities, or you could say our expectations about the results of our activities, come up and cross onto this left side of the head and create this ego, which is this sense of identity of our I-ness, our separateness as a human being who deserves this recognition and may deserve this kind of from somebody else, maybe get some kind of praise or something like that. The ego, again, has a function. It is a natural part of our being, but tends to get overloaded. It tends to get expanded and again becomes an obstacle to our ability to go into thoughtless awareness. So how do we deal with these two structures? Well, again, going beyond the mind, we witness, we observe, we notice, but we try not to get fooled by either of these structures. If these two balloons start to expand, you can understand how they might start to really put pressure on the Sahasrara area. So we have various methods using our hands by which we can bring down and kind of drain away those structures or the influence and minimize the influence of this ego and this superego, of our conditionings and our ego, our tendency to think of ourselves as separate. They're illusions in a sense. Many of our memories are not reliable to begin with. And in terms of our ego, the idea that we are separate and alone, and that we are an island, is itself an illusion, because if we are the spirit, that means we are a universal being and we are actually connected. But if we start to see ourselves as just our own limited little self, then that's an illusion. That's a falsehood in a sense. So we need to witness, observe, and with a sense of humor, maybe even laugh at ourselves in order to reduce this influence and to reduce the level or the amount of accumulation from our sympathetic activity. With the ego, is the sympathetic activity of this right side channel. The superego, it's the sympathetic activity of the left side channel, creating all these memories and conditionings and associations. We're also going to be learning in a few minutes about some affirmations that we can take to reduce and to address the ego and superego and any problems they might be causing. We also have some beautiful Sanskrit, two beautiful Sanskrit words, which we're going to use and learn about tonight. And we can have the slide which is showing us these words. We have two mantras, you could call them. A special kind of mantra called the Bija mantra, which means it's a very elemental and it's like the source of the nature of these two left and right hand side of this area in our heads. The first is hum and the second is ksham. And they translate as hum translates as I am the spirit, I exist, I am the eternal universal aspect of myself. Ksham is the quality of forgiveness. And we've used this quality and referred to this quality of forgiveness in relation to the sixth center here. And the sixth center is actually very important in reducing down this ego and superego area that we have within us. It actually, when this sixth center is activated, it draws out and sucks down these accumulation that we are trying to minimize. And these Sanskrit terms will also help to reduce and minimize the influence or the pressure that we might be feeling from the accumulation on the ego or accumulation of our conditionings. So with that, let's get into the lovely foot soak aspect of our evening and prepare ourselves to have a guided meditation and foot soak together. Let's start by raising our Kundalini the way we've been shown. We're raising more and more strands of our Kundalini through this gesture of our hands, and we're fixing the Kundalini above our heads with a symbolic knot. And then we're going to put the bandhan, the protection around ourselves, by drawing an arc from the left hip down to the right hip and back again, using our right hand. We do this about 7 times. And then with the right hand, we're going to aim some vibrations towards the water, use a circular motion or a spiral movement, giving vibrations to the foot soak bowl. And while we do that, we can just ask inwardly that Mother Kundalini, through these vibrations, may this foot soak water become activated and powerful as a technique for cleansing our subtle system. And then let's go ahead and put our feet into the water. And let's just take a minute to settle ourselves down. And again, we'll just start by observing. First, we can observe our physical body and make sure that we have taken a moment to relax everything. The foot soak is a very relaxing technique to begin with. And the more we can relax physically, the easier it is for the foot soak to do its job of drawing out anything on our subtle system that might be interfering or obstructing the flow and the movement of the Kundalini. So we can just release any tension. That we may be holding physically. Taking a deep breath to help us with this release. And now let's drop both our hands down towards the Mother Earth. Again, through the foot soak, through the salt element, which represents the earth element, but also through this gravity and magnetism of the earth element itself, the Mother Earth. We can release anything on either the left side or the right side. That might be coming in the way of our meditation. We can just ask, oh Mother Earth, by your grace and through your powers, please absorb and remove any imbalances, any obstructions from my subtle system. And bringing our hands back onto our lap. Let's raise a few more strands of Kundalini with our right hand. And as we do that, we bring our attention up to the top of the head. And do this 2 or 3 times. And touch the top of our head to help us bring our attention to that point. And now let's take a moment to work on reducing and minimizing the influence of first the superego and then the ego. The superego is on the right side of the head. So let's just take our right hand and put it there on the right side of the head and a little towards the back. And say inwardly that Mother Kundalini, I am not these conditionings. I am not these habits. I am not these memories, these useless or unhelpful memories of the past which drag me down. I am the spirit, and the Sanskrit syllable hum is an affirmation of our universal nature, our eternal nature as the spirit. So we can say hum, chanting it 3 times. You can listen to me or join me if you want. Hum, hum, hum. Then we can sweep that side of our head, removing any excess influence of superego or buildup from the superego, and just toss it towards the Mother Earth. And bring our right hand back onto our lap. And now we're going to take the left hand and put it on the left side of the head and a little bit towards the front. And here we can say that, Mother Kundalini, I am not this ego. I am not this limited sense of I-ness, as if I were separate. From those around me, or separate from the universe. I am the spirit, and the spirit is part and parcel of the whole. I am not this limited desire for recognition or praise or affirmation. And the Sanskrit word Ksham, which means forgiveness, can neutralize the influence of the ego. So I'm going to take that mantra 3 times. Ksham, Ksham, Ksham. And again, we can sweep the side of our head and grasp anything that's excess of ego type identification out of that part of our head and just toss it towards the Mother Earth. And once again, let's bring the Kundalini strands upward and see if we feel a relief of any kind of pressure in the front or the back of our head, on the sides, as a result of allowing the release of the superego or the ego influence in our mind. Bringing our attention right to the top of the head, beyond the mind, where we can rest in the silence, in the state of meditation for about a minute, just silently watching. Now let's slowly and gently open our eyes and finish our foot soak by rinsing our feet and drying them. And we're going to push the foot soak bowl off to one side to be emptied later into the toilet. And now we have the opportunity to watch a video of Shri Mataji talk a little bit about some of the points that we've touched on tonight, about conditionings, the ways in which we can recognize the conditionings and move beyond them. So with that, let's have the video of Shri Mataji.
But the basis of collectivity, the foundation of collectivity is very deep. And the deep understanding can only tell you that the basis of collectivity is detached love. Love is the only way. It's not possible to have collectivity unless and until you have detached love. French have been good at so many types of love that they have been talking about. And they have written books after books, novels after novels, and have created lots of romantic and unromantic and all kinds of atmospheres to talk of love. But the pure love, as we understand in Sahaja Yoga, is to be now expressed by Sahaja Yogis among themselves. After all, we are all human beings made by one God. And that we are all Sahaja Yogis created by one mother. So there should be no misunderstanding between us of any kind. But we must know what sometimes makes us little different. If we can understand the problems that we face, then it would be much easier for us to see why our love becomes so attached and not so detached. Starts becoming smaller and smaller, then a person just starts loving oneself only. One of the main reasons that we have this problem is because of our conditionings. We are conditioned the way that we don't know how to love. When I see the advertisements in the West, I don't know from where the West starts and where it ends and from where the East ends. But they talk of West and East, but I don't know which is the demarcating line. Can anybody tell me that? Where do we start, East and West? Because it's one round world, you see. But somehow or other there is some line, unknown line, underlying line, which creates sometimes this East and West, two types of conditionings. So when I see some advertisements, they show about, recently I saw about James Bond, that he is free to kill and the best film for revenge. This is the advertisement. If revenge is the best way of fulfillment, then how can we love someone? So this kind of conditioning comes to us from outside. That we should not forgive anyone, we should take the revenge. And if you do not take the revenge, then you are not worthy your name. So if you cannot take the revenge, like a duel that they used to have in France quite a lot between the two persons, they would take two guns and kill each other. I mean, what a stupid idea it was. Just think of it in modern times. But it was so. So if the revenge is not taken, then it was thought to be something very sly, very low level. So a person must take revenge. History shows also the same things, that one had to take a revenge of another person who has harmed you in any way, troubled you. I think is the quality of a snake, they say. That if you step onto any snake, it follows you all his life to take the revenge. The only thing that it does all its life is to run after that person who has, by mistake, put the foot on its body. In the same way, a human endeavor I have seen in so many novels is suggested how a man gets after a person who has some way or other harmed. If we go on like this, there's no end to it. Firstly, it is absolutely absurd. For that, I will give you an example of Buddha. Very much I have been impressed by the way he said once, somebody who insulted him and abused him and said all kinds of horrible words. Then Buddha went to another village. Now this fellow felt the remorse and he went back. Went back and said, "Sir, I'm sorry, I've said these things to you. I'm really very sorry." He said, "What?" "Well," he said, "yesterday." He said, "Yesterday is finished now. You are now with me today. So why are you talking about yesterday? It's finished."
So let's stay for 1 minute, 1 or 2 minutes. Let's stay in a silent state of meditation. Just watching our thoughts from a distance. And allowing our attention to rest on top of the head in the Sahasrara chakra. As we continue to meditate, we're going to have a music video that creates a beautiful atmosphere and also makes use of the Sanskrit mantras Hum and Ksham to take us deeper into that state beyond our ego and superego.
Ksham, Hum, Ksham, Hum, Ksham, Hum, Ksham.
It was wonderful. Let's allow ourselves to be carried upwards. And feel this togetherness in the ether, in the subtlest form, where nothing wrong can enter. How we are a collective being. We are motivated by the joy of that oneness. We don't need our ego to motivate us, to motivate our attention. Neither do we need our conditionings. Everything that is not needed, that doesn't get attention, will fade away. Slowly our heart will open directly into that space. In full bliss of pure love. One of the greatest saints of India wrote a magnificent description of this state. I am smaller than the smallest, but when one with Brahman, I am larger than the sky. I have discarded the yoke of the body as just another illusion. I have detached from the three forms, and now I am illuminated by the knowledge from within. Tuka says, now I only live to serve mankind. When the heart touches that oneness, we have reached. All we have to do is enjoy. Higher and higher we go. Wider and wider. And the heart gets lighter and lighter. We are one and we are all. We can do that. Reach there because we are together. How beautiful. Never lose sight of the heart. Very good. Let's feel the love and gratitude for each one of us, for to be together, for being there. We don't need an ego. We don't need conditions. All we need is this. It is very difficult to want to get out of this state. But even that we can do with a smile and together. So let's slowly and intently praise our Great Mother Kundalini, do the bandha. Back to you, Rishi.
Thank you so much, Andrei. That was really a very peaceful and blissful meditation experience. I really did not want to get out of that state as well. I know it's very difficult, but with a smile, at least we can move on, which is excellent. So again, thank you, Andrei and Kristine, for leading such beautiful sessions and really, enlightening the atmosphere. And I really feel blissed out. I hope you all feel a similar experience. So thank you both once again. So now I'd like to bring all of our attention to the screen. So as we move on to the announcements part of today's segment. So again, the course survey will be posted at the end of today's session. So please fill out that survey. It's actually posted now. So if you look at the Zoom chat, you can click on the link, and I'd really encourage everyone to really complete that survey, so you can share your experiences with us, and it'll really help us to prepare the next 21 days. And there's also a poll that you all can fill out, which should be live now. So please do fill out that course survey. It's very short and it really would help us. And we're just asking for your contact information so that we can keep in touch with you for our online and also our in-person programs. Our next announcement is that, as we all know, that today is the 20th day of our 21 days program. So tomorrow will be the last day of this program. And after that, we'll have a 1-week break. But we're not done. So don't worry. I know we're all craving for more, in our journey. So starting next Monday, the 19th, February 19th, we'll have collective foot soak and meditations every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at the same time. So 8:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it's also at the same Zoom link. So very easy. So you can join us again on the 19th. And then our next 21 days program session, joining in whenever you all can, and even for all the new ones today, it's really amazing. So applaud yourselves, because I really applaud you from my heart. And again, if you've missed any of the resources, so our program resources, for any of our sessions, they are, available on our website. You can look at our live session links, recorded sessions, previous sessions, handouts, even today's beautiful video, the Ksham video. You can look at that on our website. And something key for all of us, which is really beautiful, is we can request a mentor, So I really encourage you all to take that opportunity to request a mentor. So to do that, all you have to do is very simple. You just have to look at the Zoom chat right now, and you'll see a link that's posted in. So please fill out that form in the Zoom chat to request a mentor. It's a really beautiful opportunity in a very friendly and pressure-free environment to get that closer experience with a meditation teacher that will be matched, based on your personality. So it's a very amazing, opportunity to get to know each other, to try different meditation techniques, learn more, and get that guidance. Also, please do not forget to join our WhatsApp group, because we have, our daily messages posted there, course reminders, and links to join. So all that is available again in the Zoom chat. So now I'd like to let you all know that we are formally concluding today's session, but please stay back. Please do stay back so we can ask questions. Now, there's 2 ways you all can ask questions. First way is to write in the breakout room help. So in the chat, if you click on the Zoom chat, you can search for breakout room help. And there you'll have an opportunity to actually go into a breakout room where you can ask a meditation Sahaja Yoga teacher a personal question, or if you've missed the introduction of the course, if you're new, this is that opportunity to take that chance to go to a breakout room. Or if you'd like to stay in the main session, then you can also write to the chat Q&A. So again, there's 2 options there, and I really encourage you all to take that opportunity. So now let's move into the question and answers, and I'd like to call back my amazing team for tonight. So please welcome back Kristine and Andrei. It's really great to have you both back.
Thank you, Rishi.
Thank you all. I'm really, really blissed out, and it's just so nice to be here. So thank you both for leading such beautiful meditations. So now the chat is open for questions. So again, you can either be assigned to a breakout room. So to do that, again, you can write in the chat to the breakout room help, or you can post your question and answer here so that the 3 of us can answer them together. So perfect. So we have our first question. Here's our first question. So how have you been able to recognize your own ego and do something about it? Very good question. So I will pass that on to Kristine to maybe share your thoughts first, and Andrei, you can also chime in after that. Would love to know. Again, the question is, how have you been able to recognize your own ego and do something about
Well, I knew you were going to ask me that question. So, and I actually was pondering this a bit. I think I recognize my own ego really when I'm in the car, which may seem like kind of an odd idea, but I wonder if anyone else has had this experience. You know, driving around in the car is a little bit like being in your ego because you are encapsulated. You have this barrier between you and other people, and you're cut off in a sense, which I think is it's actually a really good analogy for the ego. And I don't know if anyone else has had this experience, but when I'm driving in the car, that's when I'm the most likely to really not be a nice person, in a sense that I, I mean, I don't want to make it sound like it's worse than it is. I'm not a reckless driver or anything like that, and I don't think I exhibit road rage. But I think I find myself allowing myself to become irritated towards other drivers because I've got this goal in mind, and I'm feeling very, very directed towards reaching my goal. And I start feeling like anyone else who's getting in the way of that goal, well, they must be doing it on purpose. So this is what I'm describing is sort of an illustration for what I watch myself become like this, and I say, what on earth is going on? What am I doing? Why am I all of a sudden behaving or harboring, thoughts or ideas or reactions to other people that if I were facing the person, directly, like as a human being to human being, I would never behave like that. I don't think. I mean, not that I know of. But somehow or another, I find this happening when I'm driving. And fortunately, I think I'm beginning to get better at really witnessing that and seeing that this is happening and seeing, wow, you know what? This is really what it's like, when you feel like you're cut off from other people, and that your way, it's my way or the highway, pun intended, to to achieve, what I feel to be the most important thing. So I guess that's the best answer that I can think of at the moment. I think I do feel like being in a car is sort of analogous to what it feels like when we're sort of trapped in our own ego, where we really can't see another person's point of view. All we're seeing is our point of view. And, to really try to be aware of that and realize that, it's not, it's a fabrication. It's a construct, and that it's not a reality. So that would be my answer for that question.
Excellent.
I
That's
don't
beautiful.
know if anyone else, maybe I'm the only
Well,
one.
I think we can all relate to at least parts of your
So I hope I'm
story.
not the only one.
I remember, and I think it's a bit relevant to where a lot of the group tonight is at in their journey. I really became aware of it purely from a meditation vibration perspective to begin with. When things aren't flowing, and you're wondering why is it not flowing, right? And then you feel that, well, the right side is a bit in the way, and the model is, well, clearly there's a few hot spots, so the liver and the ego being the two big hot spots on the right side. And then then you kind of look at yourself and you kind of know that that's probably very true, and you try to make them better, try to really witness and go beyond the thoughts and the planning and the planning and the planning and really let it all go and enjoy the meditation. So then it starts to flow. So then you're like, yeah, I guess that's the problem. So once this happened a few times, we start accepting, accepting ourselves, accepting our a state, as well as accepting our desire to look beyond that state to when all we live for is looking after the mankind. It takes a little moment, but the reason why I'm mentioning it is, for me at least, having the higher target, being able to feel the higher target helped a huge amount to take the attention from other places, because at the end of the day, both the ego and the superego, that's what they do. They capture our attention. If the attention finds some better, better resting spot, it can be free from the influence. As Kristine said, I love that word.
Excellent. Thank you both. Yeah,
We're all under influence.
Oh, wait, Rishi, you have to answer the question too. Don't
yeah.
get over that. You have to also answer that question, don't you think?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I mean, how do I recognize my own ego? I guess it really comes out in let's say I'm reacting to a situation, or let's say I don't like something or I like something, that's coming from a place of ego where it's very simple to react, it's very common, but then you realize afterwards, like, who am I to react? This is coming from the right side, from that ego, getting activated. And then sometimes what I try to do that helps me is witnessing, and I know it's tough, but for me, if I'm able to witness a situation instead of really getting involved, I feel that helps me to stay in check and stay in balance. But sometimes, it's normal that we do react, and the best thing to learn from that experience is for me, what really helps is to cool down is, having an ice pack on the liver or doing a foot soak. Like, foot soak for me is the best. It's amazing, especially to calm the right side down, and it helps me to really be more of a witness than reacting. So I would say that's my experience there.
I feel like if you can recognize it, you've won. That's half the battle, right?
Correct.
Yeah. I mean, we have so many ways we can address it. And just to go back to my car analogy a little bit, I find for myself, if I'm looking for someone else to blame for things not going the way I think they should be going, if I start looking for someone or something to blame, then that's a sure sign that I'm doing the opposite of what Andrei described, which is just allowing things to flow. It's so much easier and it's so much more rewarding just to allow things to flow and say, it is what it is. And, I'm going to look at the sky and, I'll look at the road, but I'll look at the sky while I'm looking at the road. But to find the solution to that. But it's that first trick, I think, is recognizing what those reactions are and what they look like and what kind of form they take.
Perfect. Yeah, exactly. Awesome. All right. So we do have a question coming from the chat box. So here's the question. So first of all, this person is sharing their experience, so they're really enjoying everything, which is great. And then the question is it normal to feel tired after meditating? I realized that during this last week, I started yawning and feeling tired or sleepy almost at the end of the meditation. I don't feel bored, I just feel tired. Tiredness. Is that normal? So I guess Andrei would love for you to start us off. Please, I'd love to hear your wisdom on this.
Well, first and foremost, we haven't fully discarded our bodies. So depending on what your time is and when was the last time when we got reasonable sleep and what we did in the day, because the meditation will make everything more natural, right? Will restore us to a natural state. So if we have been pulling a little hard at the string, well, we're gonna feel the string is a little tired and needs rest. So and that's quite common because in the society that we live in, we are very commonly pulling a little hard. The second part is it is true that while the mother energy works her way through cleansing the system, energy is consumed. The physical aspect of our chakras gets a bit of a workout as well, and often and you might recognize this pattern now, or at some point, is that there is a point where it feels a little bit like we've been doing some physical work almost, but then if we wait until the cleansing is over, all of a sudden we feel fully re-energized as the mother energy now floods the system a little bit everywhere. So there is this pure, well, almost inexhaustible kind of energy, and our state almost, and sometimes it's within seconds, kind of changes from this to, whoa, I feel so good all of a sudden, I'm not tired anymore, let's do something, obviously we shouldn't be doing something at midnight. We should just enjoy that and sleep with a smile on our face. But a couple of practical thoughts, please, Kristine. What have you seen about that?
All of that makes complete sense to me, what you said. I think that, well, to just speak personally, that when I foot soak in the evening, I often go through about a 10-minute period where I'm just yawning. It's like, I call it, like, it's like an attack of yawning almost. And I used to really wonder, and kind of, it's corresponded so directly with when I put my feet into the bucket that I knew that it had something to do with the clearing process. And I also decided that, this is, the Kundalini is getting me ready for bed. It's getting me ready, just because I foot soak normally in the evening. Sometimes I'll foot soak before dinner, but usually I foot soak, pretty much at bedtime or before bed. She's just doing me a favor. She's just part of this. She's quieting down my right side. She's getting me ready for bed. And I just accept that. I'm going to accept that. But everything you say about the cleansing process, that this feeling of being tired is, I think it's a byproduct of some cleansing that's happening, both of the right side, calming down the right side, and also the left side. So I think that when you can get that boost that you described afterwards, if you got up and you needed to at that moment function and do something, you would definitely have the boost and feel the effects and the positive effect of that.
Yeah, exactly. I totally agree. I mean, for me, it's completely normal. Like, I know maybe some people who are new will think, okay, I'm feeling tired while meditating or something. Is that normal or not? It is, because the mother energy, as you've mentioned, it knows, what you need. And if you've worked too much, you've overworked, you've had a long day, then part of that clearing is wanting to go to sleep, which is really, really important. So it's completely normal. And for me, especially similar to you, Kristine, like when I'm doing the foot soak, I'll feel very like a period of yawning, and then afterwards I'm like fresh. It just feels like I'm awakened. I'm like, wow, what is this? And then afterwards, like I just get the best sleep. So it's totally part of the clearing process, and it's completely normal. So great question. That was an excellent question. Yeah, so we are getting in some other great questions here. So another one is, so what would you suggest to do for meditation on our own next week? So we worked on chakras and more, but which day should we do? Are there any suggestions? So I know there's more to come on this on Friday, because I know we have a 1 week break, and I'm sure everyone wants to know what to do during that break. But there's going to be a detailed session on that tomorrow. But do you both have any suggestions, based off your experience on what we all could do during that 1 week break? So I guess I'll start off with Kristine.
Okay, well, I mean, over the last 3 weeks, we've been given so many tools and so many options. I mean, we've almost, we've touched on quite a few different techniques, but I would say the most important thing to do on your own is try to establish your own relationship with the practice of meditating. So hopefully by now most people have been meditating on their own, have experimented with that. I mean, it's nice, it's lovely that we've been having these sessions where we can do together, and kind of having that as our signpost and showing up for that. It was wonderful. So now it's an opportunity to develop your own relationship with the practice, and find a time in your day, find a place in your house, find a set up the photograph of Shri Mataji, which we explained why the importance of that and how that can be so helpful for meditation. Many people like to have a candle, the way Rishi and Andrei have on nearby. It's another way that you can set up a focal point for yourself, and take 10 minutes, set aside 10-15 minutes to go through the process. We've always start with raising the Kundalini, and then try to watch your thoughts, try to notice what you're feeling on your hands. The essence, the essentials that we've been repeating night after night are the things to really focus on now. And then in addition to that, try to do the foot soak every night, every evening, when you get home from work or sometime during the evening. Try to do the foot soak every day if you possibly can. So 10-15 minutes in the morning, 10-15 minutes in the evening, just to get that into your life and something that you can return to, and just develop that consistency. So that would be my advice for this period of time when we're going to be off the air, so to speak.
Excellent. Thank you. Andrei, would you like to add any of your amazing wisdom to this as well?
I mean, I don't think that there is much to say beyond what Kristine said, and the only thing which I would say, which isn't, it's a bit of a side side thought, a perpendicular thought, is for me, I remember when I started these meditations on my own, was when I got confident, right? That you can feel the vibrations, you can feel good, you can when these sessions are truly special, and maybe today we managed to taste a little bit about how special they really are. So one could say, well, of course I feel good when it's this, right? But when we really get confident that we are the spirit 24/7, 365, not an hour a day or a month or whatever, right? Is when we are able to feel it for ourselves, then when we are able to go beyond the institutions that we talked about today, and have the attention pointed firmly towards the spirit, even for a little bit, and then having the desire, finding the desire, enjoying that desire to go towards the higher and higher state. That desire is found on our own when we're alone. This is what I felt many years ago when we started to meditate, and there was nothing like this. It was a huge hall though, with lots of people. So in that sense, the collective meditations, which were twice a week, were similar to this, and it was fantastic. But where I really sort of totally grew firm on the pursuit was matching that with what was happening at home.
Yeah, no, exactly. You've said it perfect. Very well said. And then I guess just for me, uh, during that break, if you forget something or, are trying to follow a particular process and you want it to be perfect and like you're getting stressed that it's not perfect, it's okay. As long as you're, doing these techniques from the heart, like the foot soak, it's completely like it's powerful. So it's okay if you don't know everything, or let's say you've joined midway during the 21 days, or you're new, maybe today's your first day, and then we're going on break, and you're confused and you don't know what to do. That's okay, right? You can always go on the website. You can see any particular techniques or see the handouts or anything, but keep it simple, right? You want to start off, as Kristine said, with raising your energy, doing a meditation. If you're feeling any sensations or tingling or heat in any part of the body, if you don't know any particular affirmation, you can just place your right hand there and say, Mother Kundalini, please remove this stress from this energy center, from this chakra. And it works. If you keep things simple, do it from your heart, it'll be perfect. And yeah, just keep it consistent and everything will be perfect. Awesome. So I think that concludes our question answers for today and our session. I really want to thank the team. So thank you, Kristine, again, and Andrei for your time. And I thank everyone else, everyone here today joining the session. It's been an amazing, magical journey today. And I really look forward to seeing you all tomorrow in our 21st day, our last day of this program. So please tune in for tomorrow and invite your friends and family as well. It's okay if they're new, but it's really been an amazing night, and I wish you all a beautiful night/day. So take care, everyone. Thank you so much for joining.
Good night.
Have a good night.
Good night.
So much.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
everybody.